no harm in a little bit of swag. Always look forward to seeing it.
Yeah. See if he pulls out some of the stops like he did in his rando race, where he played every gamble in the book and won by a wide margin. Perhaps that should be used here. So
it looks like we're off on my end.
Yes, we are. And Raikou going for the early leaf. Whereas, which is certainly a safer play. Stewie, screen just popped up. He's already through 1-1. Raikou's about 3 or 4 seconds behind.
Yeah, the leaf strat there, a little bit safer, but respectable for the first race of the tournament for sure.
Right.
Safety strats. There.
Stewie utilizing his speed strats, weaving his way around the pipes, and makes an easy go of 1-2. Raikou a little more deliberate in his approach. He'll be moving on to 1F, which will see them get a warp whistle, which of course they will not use. Ooh!
Stewie taking an unfortunate death there.
Yes.
One thing to note about Raikou, I guess, going into this with the leaf, is he will not have to do the difficult pickup of the leaf to fly up to the whistle.
No.
So it's a little bit easier for him.
So Raikou is out fort. Stewie didn't get the speed jump up there, so he's going to have to take a slightly more conservative approach, but he's through and grabs his whistle. Now, of course, they will not use said whistle because... Hopefully. Strange things happen in races, but that would be a very bad one, to say the least.
I can agree there, yeah.
We didn't accidentally stumble into the No Wrong Warp tournament, did we?
I don't believe so.
No, it was a thought. Stewie is quickly closing the gap here. Raikou's got about a 2 to 3 second lead, maybe a little bit more as we go to 1-6. Raikou's going to try and fly over this chasm.
Stewie's going to... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, he does end up getting the P-speed there. Both players getting the P-speed, which actually is sometimes kind of a crapshoot with that tiny little 1-block gap.
Right. Yeah. What is called the Superman, I believe. Stewie flying through, and both of them taking care of Mr. Hammer Brother. So, good start for Raikou. Stewie Cartman made a nice recovery after his death in 1 fort, and now we go on to the airship, which
pull out your resident sleepers, everybody. You'll have 8 chances at least.
Oh, more
before
than 8.
World 8. Yeah, before World 8 at least. I guess 7 before World 8.
Yeah. Part of Raikou putting on some swag there, getting, I believe
definitely
that was
some swag.
That's 10 1-ups. That's very nice. Raikou's opting to stick with this trusty leaf. Stewie's going to go for Fire Mario and get a quick fire kill on Larry, the first of 7 Koopa kids. Raikou's in first. Ooh, right.
He does lose the leaf.
Might have been intentional. He might be going for speed strats for 2-1.
Maybe, yeah. That would make sense.
Fire kill gets Stewie ahead at 3:59, grabbing the wand. Raikou's about 2 seconds behind at 4:01. So,
one thing to note is that, from what I know, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, fire kill on Koopalings will save about 6 seconds as opposed to the intended kill of jumping on them 3 times.
And sometimes it can be a little challenging because the Koopa kids have a mind of their own, and some arenas are easier to do this on than others. Like Larry's pretty easy, Wendy's pretty easy, Morton the World 2, Koopa kid's a little harder. So.
And then you got Koopalings like Lemmy, who are, it's just, I think it might just be a wash to try to kill him with fire.
Right. So, Stewie having no problem through 2-1. Raikou, not quite as clean.
Still both through 2-1 at about the same time, so we're very close.
Yeah. No end cards for these runners. They're going to play this straight through, pick up, scavenge what they can, and I know Raikou said he's going to go for one hammer. He's going to go for one mushroom house later on in this run.
You know which one it is?
Yeah, he's going to go for 6-5. After the one next to 6-5. So we'll get to that when we get there. Meanwhile, Stewie slowly opening up his lead here, showing off very good, very precise movement.
Does manage to get P speed in that first room of the fort, which is not that easy.
No, but he's going to try and hold on to it all the way. I think he was hoping to hold on to it, but didn't quite get what he needs. But flies through that one. Is he done?
See our first boom boom of the race.
Yep. Fire kill, 5 shots. You're done. Moving right along. Raikou's going to have to go for the 3-hit. Gets the door at least.
And he will be keeping his leaf through this fight.
Yep. 2-3, another level. Right. Oh, Stewie, I think missed the jump there, but gets that. He's going to ride the Koopa Shell right down. Nicely done.
Raikou with the leaf, but not putting it to much use in this level.
Yeah, this isn't really a level where it's going to really pay off at any respect. And Stewie Cartman and the quicksand level of World 2. More speed swag.
With everyone's favorite Mario 3 enemy.
Oh, you like Boss Bass better?
Me and Boss Bass don't really get along, so.
So, Raikou does get favorable draw with the Hammer Bro, which is good. Stewie Cartman opts for 2-4, and holding on to his P speed. Nicely done.
Raikou using his tail to avoid the sun there, which that's very helpful.
Yeah. So, fire kill on the Hammer Bro and gets the music box. Ideally, you'd like to go through one Hammer Bro, the one with the hammer, which Raikou got. Anytime you can shave a few seconds by not fighting needless Hammer Brothers is nice, although the music box may come in handy later.
It may come in handy for sure. He may be able to skip some Hammer Bros in World 5.
5, World 6, depending on how it breaks, so World 7 certainly.
Inventory management, not just for Zelda games, and RPG games, it definitely has its place in this game, especially in Warpless.
Absolutely. Inventory management and some favorable luck.
Very clean end of the pyramid from Stewie Cartman there.
Yeah, nicely done. The leaf, Raikou holding on to that leaf as he works his way through the pyramid.
Won't have to rely on the Buzzy Beetles there.
Nope. So, Stewie's at the just starting the World 2 airship as Raikou finishes the pyramid, so it's probably about a 25-second difference, give or take. Maybe a little less, but definitely seeing, in terms of the presentation and in terms of their styles, you're seeing a marked contrast, and Stewie Cartman's definitely putting on a very good show and a very good display of movement.
seeing in chat someone asking if the different versions make a big difference here.
No.
The Stewie Cartman is going to be at a slight advantage, but it's really not much. Just a slight time advantage. You'll notice at the beginning of every stage for Raikou that it'll say Mario Start, and that's the one that I know about. Is it doesn't say that on the NES version, so you will save a little bit of time in that.
Yeah.
There's some other small things, I believe, but that's the big one that I know of.
There's less lag in the SNES version as well, so that's another benefit. Stewie trying to go for the fire kill, had a little trouble there, but takes care of business and finishes at 10-17.
Also, one thing to know, I think this is the first time I've seen Raikou with a Fire Flower tonight, so...
I believe that's correct, yeah. Dude, considering the fire kill, but doesn't go for it, and he finishes at 10:41. So, 24-second gap between the runners. World 3 is probably we're going to start to see a major jump here in terms of the time gap, especially if Stewie Cartman can get some of those speed strats going in 3-2, 3-3, 3-4, you know, a lot of places for him to really widen this gap, especially if he can execute correctly. Raikou's no slouch, but I'm not sure how practiced he is at some of these strats compared to Stewie, but we shall see. There's about a 1 level difference now between the two runners.
One thing you'll also notice in levels like 3-2 and 3-3 on the SNES version, you can actually see through the water to see the platforms in the water, so that is maybe another SNES advantage there.
Ooh, he missed out on his fire flower. He's going for a jump. Didn't get it, but clears the chasm. Has to wait for Piranha. So a clean 3. So a good finish to 3-2 for Stewie after getting flipped by.
I noticed Raikou trying to go for a Starman there and it just running away from him.
Yeah. So Stewie flying through the first half of 3-3, which is the debut of everybody's favorite character, Boss Bass.
And he's electing to actually go with the P-switch strats here, which make it a little bit easier, a little more friendly.
Yeah.
I guess he just did that because he stopped for the Fire Flower, though.
So, again, let's see. The Hammer Bro is moved up for Raikou. Stewie's gonna wait. Gonna have to deal with them later as he goes into 3-4-1.
No third door attempt, unfortunately.
No. Probably not in a race setting.
Nah.
Nice fire kill on Boom Boom. So you want to get both. You want to get both Hammer Bros here because it'll set up the switch next to 3-6, where you can use the Cloud and skip right ahead to 3-8. That only works if you get both or none of the Hammer Bros, and this is of course with the caveat that you don't die.
Right, because dying will put those bridges on a different cycle.
Right.
It'll be one off from what you might expect, so that can make a big difference.
Yeah, and it's not really beneficial to die. So
I do notice someone asking, are these best of 3? These are not best of 3 until I believe the semifinal and the final. This
correct.
Tournament is double elimination.
Yeah, it's a double elimination tournament, so everybody will get at least 2 cracks at this.
You see Stewie getting to use the Cloud as intended there.
Right. 3-6 is an auto-scroller, and auto-scroller is evil. Raikou not having the Fire Flower means he had to wait a little bit on that Hammer Bro.
I believe his bridge patterns will be good as well. I wasn't really paying attention to how many bros he had fought, but
yeah,
looking like it'll be okay as long as he can get through this level.
Nice slide down the hill. 3. So it's about a it's about a 2.5 stage difference now.
See a nice H jump there from Stewie Cartman. That's a pretty tough trick to pull off.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of practice.
And to refer to a comment in GameCube, it's not common, but dying intentionally could be beneficial in 1 or 2 cases. You want to roll the dice on a few things.
Raikou taking Boss Bass out there early, but okay. I was kind of worried that Boss Bass was going to come back a little bit too early than he was expecting, but he makes it through there, which is that's good.
Now we have the I never quite understood what that frog, but dwell on that right now. So on to the World 3 airship, Wendy's airship.
Wendy, really an airship you want to go into with fire because the only power-up available in this airship is a leaf.
Right.
And having fire for killing Wendy just makes her so much easier.
Raikou's got to be so relieved because sure, he, along with us other rando runners, has had nightmares of Wendy requiring 5 hits and shaking the ground.
Right.
No such danger here. Just 10. Although he's not going to have the benefit of Fire Mario, it still should be a pretty easy go for him. So
you'll notice also in the SNES version, well, I'll let him kill Wendy first.
Yeah.
And good kill on Wendy. The SNES version, the animals or the creatures that the kings are turned into are actually different from the NES version. So I believe in World 4 you actually see Donkey Kong Jr. making a debut there. And then in another world, I can't remember which one, maybe we've already passed it, but there's actually a Yoshi lookalike. I
believe you're right, yeah. It's been a while since I played, Raikou going for the swag, who gets clipped by a bullet bill.
He did get a 1-up there, and he will be able to get his leaf back here, though.
True.
So.
But, so, on to Giant Land. I don't know, this might be my favorite world in the game. How about you?
I was always a fan of it as a kid.
Yeah.
I still am. It's really fun.
Oh yeah, it's a blast.
Shell P-Speed strat not quite working out for Stewie right there. That's a pretty hard one that I haven't mastered myself either, so I can't say much.
So, but a good 4-1 from Stewie as Raikou enters Wendy's arena.
And Wendy being pretty friendly. He's doing a good job of hitting Wendy as soon as she lands.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if she fires a projectile, then it can get a little bit hairy.
So he cleared he grabbed the wand at 17:49, about 73 seconds behind Stewie's. So, like I said, World 3 really can open the gap, and it absolutely did here. Stewie was able to hold on to Fire Mario and was really able to take advantage of some of those speed strats in a way Raikou wasn't able to because he hasn't quite mastered some of those techniques yet, but still a respectable showing from Raikou all the same as he enters World 4.
Stewie now in my personal favorite level, which of course, if you saw the race last night, the bracket reveal that many people agree. Just a fun level to do once you really get down 4-3.
Yeah. This is one I really need to work on, but it is, as you say, a lot of fun to watch.
Stewie making quick work of it.
Yeah. When you think of parkour and free running, think of that.
Yeah, that's pretty much parkour in Super Mario 3. That's it.
But Stewie gets his cloud from the Hammer Bro. Fire Mario will make these a lot faster. Gets Lakitu skip on 4-4.
Raikou narrowly avoiding a cheap there and a piranha plant, but he's making it out with a mushroom so far. Whoop, I spoke too soon.
Yeah, he got clipped there. He's got to be a little careful. But he should be Stewie avoiding getting sniped by Lakitu.
And no rogue cheeps there at the end for Raikou.
Oh, I hate those.
Getting sniped by Lakitu in the level Stewie just did is that's all too common.
Oh yeah.
So lucky to get out of there with fire.
Yep. So Stewie is avoiding the hammer bro and is going to go straight to 4-6. An interesting level in casual because the doors change the giant Koopas to small ones. Oh. Good 4-6 from Stewie Cartman. Gets a good Hammer Brother draw, so he doesn't have to face them. See if that luck holds after taking out 4F2. Pretty short and simple fortress.
Probably one of the easiest forts in the game.
Yeah. Once you've mastered that one jump over that gap, it's pretty simple.
Yeah. Well, Raiko taking an unfortunate hit on a Hammer Bro there.
Yeah. Stewie Cartman didn't get the pattern he was hoping for. One of the Hammer Bros came back, but he gets an extra P-Wing out of the deal, so it's not a total loss.
Raiko not quite getting the skip there. Can you do the skip on? Because I know in this level in SNES, the water level is a little bit lower.
Yeah, he was telling me about that before the match started and said that was one of the major differences, and he said it was pretty free according to him, but didn't quite work out in this case. But not a major. Ooh, just gets out of
narrowly avoiding the snipe there. What I was gonna say.
It wasn't so much a snipe as a sneak attack in that case. That guy was ready to, like, crawl and nip him from behind. So
there's a little bit of a route divergence there. We're going to see Raiko do... Oh, gosh, what number level is this?
This is 4-5.
4-6? 4-5.
This is 4-5. Another pretty short level. The first half of this level is gonna be a little tricky with the platforming. Once you get past that piranha that he just did, it's actually a pretty simple level overall. A lot of fun platforming and jumps. But ooh, Raikou lifted his head a little too soon there. So meanwhile, Stewie Cartman is going through the most boring 2 minutes and 30 seconds of this game. However long it is, I just threw. Feels like 2.5 minutes.
It's too long. That's for sure. Yeah, for whatever reason, the developers decided to make this airship twice as slow, or half the speed, depending on how you look at it, as all the other airships in the game. Raiko, no problems with Boom Boom there, and Stewie's going to be taking on the World 4 Koopaling.
Yeah, Iggy.
Iggy.
So,
I had to see him before I could remember who it was.
Yeah. No problem.
No fire kill there, but quick work regardless. And there you see Donkey Kong Jr. with the crown.
23-14 for Stewie in World 4. So yeah, he's got about a 2 minute 20-second advantage. So, we have a slight break in the action here. Do give our runners a follow if you haven't already. These are two very good runners, two very unique skill sets.
You can see the runners' direct links to their Twitch pages there in chat now. So
yep. We're off to 5-1. Another interesting level. Sort of an oddball pyramid. Chat's asking, ideally you want to grab the wand without jumping, because when you make your descent, oh dear.
Stewie taking unintended route diversions here.
So yeah, little known fact, unless Unless you've got a P-Wing and can fly up and grab the wand off screen, which would actually save you a couple of seconds, no dice. So Stewie going to that rarely seen bottom section of 5-2. We all heard tell of such a thing, but you know,
It exists. Believe it or not.
Yes, it does.
I remember in the race, the pre-tournament race last night, they were actually talking about that level, and someone had actually decided that even if you could manage to get P-speed strats down there, it would still be faster to die and re-enter the level.
Yeah. Well, Stewie's did not opt for that. He decided to just play it through.
I think I would have done the same thing. Puts
the Hammer Bros to sleep and is gonna display his speed strats in 5F1. This is a Ford I was never really that fond of as a kid, and I'm still not fond of it, but I've gotten better at it. Because 5F1 is much faster than 5.3, which is actually one of the longer non-auto scrolling games in the game, I think.
Stewie electing to use that extra music box he picked up in World 2 to put the ground Hammer Bros to sleep.
Good idea, especially since he picked up an extra P-Wing in World 4. Not that he's really going to have need for, I think, really any more after this, but P-Wings are never a bad thing, especially with some of the levels in World 7. Things go wrong, it's nice to have a backup.
Raikou, unfortunately, taking a couple hits in 5-1, but does make it through.
Yeah. Cartman's good.
I was going to say, now both players do have to figure out where they're going to get their next power-ups.
Cartman's out of the pyramid, the tower, what do you want to call it, and is onto the second half of World 5, the actual Skyland portion. Raikou successfully gets the top route. So Stewie's going to hope for, I think, good RNG from the Hammer Bro here. Didn't have to deal with them, but tight quarters, and it's got to go a certain way. Raikou picking up the Tanuki suit from the Mushroom House in 5-2. That's intended. He said he's going to use that later, part of his strats, which is fair enough.
We don't get to see the Tanuki suit much in Warpless run, so that'll be a treat.
Yeah.
Oh, unfortunate taking a death to the waffle there.
Yeah, the disco waffle strikes again. So he gets the pattern he was hoping for from the Hammer Bros, so should be free.
Should be free for it now.
Yeah. 5F2, nice speed strats there.
I think there's probably 100 different ways to play the Sky Fort.
Yeah.
Different patterns of platforms that you land on and stuff like that.
Yeah, just a question of finding that rhythm. .5-8 next. Stewie Cartman, one of my least favorite levels in the game. I don't like that Lakitu trying to snipe me.
Oh, he doesn't do the duck jump there and ends up hitting his head on Lakitu, so he does end up losing his power up there. Luckily, not a death, though.
Now, and Narfman saying different, terrifying ways of playing the fort. Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
So, as expected, he's going to use his second cloud on 5-9. Skip another auto-scroller.
Raikou actually getting under the thwomps there without P-Speed, which is even more difficult than with P-Speed, I believe.
Yeah.
I never had much luck without P-Speed.
Neither have I. about a half a world difference now, maybe more between the runners. We go in as Stewie Cartman enters the World 5 airship, Roy's airship. First of 2 Koopas with boom shake ability.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yep.
So if you're standing on the ground when they land from a jump, you will be stunned for... how many seconds is it? It feels like an eternity when it happens, so I don't really know.
2 or 3 seconds, I think. But that's enough to pretty much get you killed.
Yeah, if you get stunned, I think it's pretty much guaranteed that you're going to get hit.
Yeah. So once you kind of get a handle on the timing of Roy's jump, so Stewie might go for a fire kill. Let's see how he did. What he just nope.
Clean jump kill though.
Nicely done. Done at 30-35. Done by Stewie Cartman. Raikou taking a slightly different path through 5-5. He's done. 5-7.
This another fun level for P-Speed strats.
Yeah. So he's going to use up the rest of his hammers here in World 6, starting with this one to skip 6-1 and 6-2/6-3.
Electing to use the star going into the hammer bro because he didn't have his fire, or I guess he did have his fire flower.
Yeah, it's just I think because of the ice physics, you don't want to take any chances, especially if you miss a jump and end up having to scramble a bit.
Yeah, so, completely agree.
He wants to keep Fire Mario for this, so he could walk across the spikes, set himself up for a nice quick kill on Boom Boom.
Yeah, he makes it in time and spawns the upside down orb.
Yeah. Always a treat to see. So 6-4, another level I'm not particularly fond of, but that's the rando in me talking. We usually get some really awful enemies randomly popping up there. Slows the game down like you wouldn't believe. But
with the spinners, I can imagine that's
yeah,
pretty laggy.
It is, but a nice display by Stewie Cartman. So he's gonna use a P-wing here, and Raikou's actually playing 5-9.
I'm not actually sure. Did he not pick up an extra cloud in World 4?
No, he did. This is intentional.
Okay.
He gonna opt for a slightly different cloud strat involving World 7 and World 8, he told me. "5-9 does get grief, mostly because of those fire chomps, but so Stewie taking on his second hammer bro, gets his 4th cloud, which is what he wanted to see. So he shouldn't have to. Ooh, the third hammer bro came right to him. So gets an extra star for it. It's not good, not bad, it just is.
He's got some hammer bro time to give, so.
Yeah. So 6F2, he's gonna go for some speed strats going under the bottom route and slips past the sideways moving thwomps.
Makes easy work of Boom Boom on ice, which is not always a gimme, just with the ice physics, so.
Yeah. Can be a little trolly, but it's not too bad. So 6-8. He was going for the block, didn't get it, so he's just going to damage boost his way through this opening section. Flies over the H. Nice.
Nicely done.
Very good. Very, very good.
I believe he'll be P-winging up in the next level anyway, so the damage boost doesn't really hurt him there.
No, it's immaterial for sure. So, yeah. The bottom of 6-9. Something else you don't really see very often.
The gauntlet.
It's not so bad, actually. I don't mind that level. Better than 6-6. So, Raikou takes care of Roy, nice and clean. Grabs the wand at 35-23, so about a 5-minute difference between our runners. Stewie Cartman's almost finished with World 6. So, we'll see how the time differences play out, because remember, Raikou didn't use his cloud on 5-9, he's saving it for later. So, Raikou enters World 6, just as Stewie's about to take on the World 6 airship. Quite the ideal pattern for Raikou for his hammer pro, but no problem.
We get to see if Raikou's going for the damage boost on the spikes to get the kill on the star kill on Boom Boom.
That probably negated it, or if he is, he's going to go about to the halfway.
I guess it looks like he's deciding not to.
Yeah. Strat I should be utilizing more often. Gets his leaf back. Is going to try and go for the quick kill on Boom. Ooh.
Just didn't quite get the star, bypassed it.
Yeah.
Stewie definitely not going to want to make any mistakes in this Lemmy fight, because if he goes into 7-1 small, those clips, I don't know if those are impossible, but I've never had any luck with them as Small Mario.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So, but no problem for Stewie Cartman. A nice, quick fight. So, how many tries is it going to take, chat? How many tries will it take Stewie Cartman to clip through the wall in 7-1?
Yeah, a first try, I guess, already in chat.
Yeah. Getting thrown backwards by the spinners. Stewie's out at about 37-30. Incidentally. I got a 4, a 6, a couple of 3s, a 2. I think that's a quadrillion from Adam. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, looks like I must have had it there. 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna stop counting.
Raikou making some room to get P-speed there.
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13 indeed. That's actually, for those who may not know, that trick is, if you do not have P-speed and you're trying to clip through a wall like that, that is actually sub-pixel dependent, so it's luck dependent if you really want to look at it that way.
Yeah. So, but he gets through, and going to be going for a fairly complicated strat here with the star to just bypass that chasm so he doesn't have to deal with it later. It doesn't have to make 2 trips, is the more accurate way of saying that. It doesn't have to make 2 trips. Normally, without leaf, you have to make 2 trips. But Stewie says, "Nah, nuts to that. I'm going my way." Does it successfully. So, Raikou had to clear out all the Hammer Bros like Stewie. Stewie showing off speed strats in 7-3, skipping the stars.
Another fun level.
Yeah. Always a treat to see that one.
Stewie using the cloud to get over 7-4. That's you'll see that for most of the runners in the tournament, I believe.
If not all of them.
It's underwater and an auto scroller. It's the two things that everyone loves about Mario games.
Yeah. Stewie Cartman opting for another P-Wing for 7F1. The other second of two levels requires a leave to complete the level, the other being 6-5. So I think he's out of P-Wings, or maybe not.
He does have one more.
One more, so no wall clips for him in 7-6. He's just gonna fly over it.
I always had more luck in 7-6 with the wall clips than I did in 7-1. I actually did that for a while until I realized that was just a bad idea.
Yeah. So, Stewie Cartman going to play 7-8, trying to go for a quick P-speed strat, a little, I think, early on his timing, and actually misses the pipe altogether, so you have to take the, I don't know how much slower it is, but gets a star.
It looks like he is, I believe, going for the hammer, but no, he's not. He's bypassing the hammer suit.
Yeah, I know Mitch Flower Power does the hammer strat in 7-8, but not commonly seen from other runners I know.
Raikou making it through the final fort in 6. That's a pretty brutal fortress, so good to see him making it through there.
Yeah, Doug. So he's going to use the cloud to skip 7-9. He's going to play 7F2. Definitely the hardest fort in the game.
Yeah, very brutal when, you know, everything that's not a pipe pretty much for floor is lava, so any mistake is instant death, so.
Almost any mistake, yeah. So, goes to the floor there, grabs, handles that, so, yeah, about a full world difference at this point now as Stewie Cartman takes care of 7F2 and is on his way to Ludwig's airship. Now, another thing we didn't mention, Raikou did, is he grabbed the hammer suit from the Mushroom House after 6-5, I believe. So, he'll have the ability to do a very quick kill on Bowser. It's only going to take 5 hammers as opposed to 35 fireballs.
It's a treat to see if you haven't seen it before. It's a pretty cool little quick kill.
Yeah. Pretty common in Rando, but not so common here. Take the top route past the two Hammer Bros, pick up his fire suit. Raikou takes care of Lemmy, finishes at 43:55. So he's 6 minutes and 25 seconds behind Stewie, give or take.
But you can see him typing in chat, only plus 42 seconds on his PB, so.
Yeah.
So really not too bad up to this point.
No, and he's got the extra cloud, and I think he said before the match. He's going to use them on 7, 4, 7, 9, and 8F.
Yeah, if he's going into Bowser with Hammer Suit, no need to stop in 8F to get the Fire Flower. So oh, and I believe that was third try clip, so that's nice.
Yeah,
not so bad.
So another strat that Raikou is going to do here is, what he told me, is he is going to use his Tanuki suit, hold on to that all the way through 7F1. And didn't quite get the jump he wanted, but nice recovery, so...
Get to see a little statue action from the Tanuki suit.
Tanuki time. Tanuki time, as they say.
Right.
Chat. Stewie Cartman finished World 7 at 45:05, or grabbed the wand at 45:05, as now he enters Darkland. Or the Castle of Koopa, or whatever you want to call it. Auto-scroller craziness. So
yeah, 3 auto scrollers in this, or 4, I believe. Yeah, 4 in this world. So
yeah, tanks, Navy, Air Force, and Super Tank.
So plenty of auto scrollers. Plenty of time to grab a beverage real quick before seeing Bowser. He does lose his Tanuki suit there. Raikou does.
So he's got 2 choices. He's really got 1 or 2 choices here. You can burn a P-Wing on 7F1, or you can take the long way. He's probably going to opt for the P-Wing, because he's got 2 in stock.
It's like Stewie's stream is actually locked up right now for me.
Yeah, that's alright. It'll come back.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, Raikou following suit on what Stewie Cartman did in 7F1 with the P-Wing. So he's got an extra, he can P-Wing over 7.6 as well. Good. We're back just in time to see Stewie take care of the Hammer Bro, get another star. He'll likely use that in 8F, I believe. Or 8-1. He might use it at the start of 8-1, it depends. But he goes on to Navy. Not an especially difficult level. You can get lulled and get caught if you're not careful by the flying wrenches. Raikou's actually opting for 7-7.
Fun little star level that you have to have the stars to get through without taking damage.
Yeah.
Fun for everybody, really.
Yeah, like it's an interesting little exercise in speed, though not really faster than 7-8, I don't believe. But a pretty simple level. It's definitely easier than 7-8. So Raikou, true to form, did skip 7-9 and is now in 7F2 and is in a couple of stars early on to clear the way. Path a little easier. Good fire kill on Boom Boom from Stewie Cartman.
Raikou making it through the most difficult part of that fortress.
So, first hand grabs Stewie Cartman. We get a free leaf out of this, but that's not really what he's looking for at this point. So...
no more hands, so lucky for him.
nicely done.
Only one. He did end up getting the worst hand, but it's not a big deal here.
I like the first hand better than the third hand. Jeez.
Yeah, that's preference, but yeah, I can see why you'd say that.
Yeah. Too many cheaps.
Yeah, predictable bros versus unpredictable cheaps.
Yeah. So, both players on airships, although albeit very different ones. Stewie Cartman's at the Air Force level. RaikouRider is in World 7 airship. Another pretty long time sink, but not nearly as slow as World 4, certainly. So, no problem for Stewie. Clears the Air Force just fine. Quick boom boom kill.
I believe this airship that Raikou is in right now is actually, time-wise, a little bit longer than the World 4 airship, even though it runs at half the speed. It's just such a long airship.
Yeah. So, Stewie is using his, I think his final star on 8-1. Got the P speed, see if we can hold it for the rest of the level. Oh, yeah. Like a champ.
Great stage 8-1 from Stewie there.
That little things like that see a real gap in the runners in terms of skill levels. Being able to do 8-1 like that. In 8-2, some of us cowards tend to go for the bottom route. Stewie's having none of that.
He does lose his fire there, though, so...
That's not fatal. He'll get one back in 8F.
Yeah, doesn't get hit by the sun there, so we'll manage to keep his mushroom at least. I guess he's using the leaf here to take a damage boost since he didn't have a star going into this level.
Yeah. So...
Raikou, no trouble with Ludwig there.
So he's out of 51.57. He points out in chat that's a half second off his PB. So we could have a PB here tonight, folks. His PB is 1 hour, 1 minute, 26 seconds. So clean World 8. I don't think he's going to break 1 hour, but he's going to make a pretty good run at it.
He did note that his PB has 0 hands, so that's going to be tough to contend with if he does get any hands, but
yeah,
hoping the best for him.
Always. So, rather cute, charming music to start off World 8 for Raikou instead of the foreboding we have all come to know and expect. Stewie Cartman takes a jump boost to the top of Super Tanks.
A little bit of tank swag there. Doesn't manage to make it to the next platform, but this tank, pretty easy if you have fire. Just stay at the front, keep spamming the fireballs, and jump when you looks like you need to jump. The patented Oglib Super Tank strat.
The Oglib Super
TM.
Yeah. He's collecting royalties on that, is he?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to be contacted by his lawyers, so I added the TM.
Well, see if others follow that trend, or if they're going to get a call from maybe the blue-haired lawyer from The Simpsons. So, last boom boom of the game, no problem.
We'll see him going into Bowser's Castle.
Should be about a 55, I'd say, thereabouts, for this final time.
Goes for the clip there for a little bit of swag. Unfortunately, not getting it.
Go for a clip through the wall, second try, nicely done. is holding on to his peace speed. Final corridor, nicely done.
That's a tricky room to do with P-Speed. He does it beautifully. See him spam fireballs at Bowser's head now.
At 35.
A few more.
Got it.
He does knock him off. So this may actually be a sub 55. It's going to be close.
I don't think he's got it, but...
yeah. It's a very low 55, I believe.
It's still
GG to Stewie.
So Stewie Cartman is in. He wins the opening match of this tournament with an official SRL time of 55 minutes 4 seconds. GG to Stewie Cartman.
Definitely GG to him. We're gonna see Raikou in the Navy auto scroller now. Not going for any swimming swag, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
There's actually a way to swim under the boats on this stage. It does present a small risk of being pushed under a boat too far and off the screen and dying, but still kind of interesting to see.
Yeah. Chat pointed out, yes, his PB is 53.11, but still, for a race, that's 55 is very solid, very respectable. Drag him in here for a quick interview.
Raikou getting the first hand there as we drag him in, as we drag in Stewie.
Let's see. It could be a minute or so. So he also got hand number 1. See if his luck holds with the others. Yes, it does. Last P-Wing, I believe. That was his last.
Yeah, using a P-Wing on the stage doesn't actually lose any time because it is auto-scroller, so if you got one, really no shame in using it. In my book, at least, but I'm kind of a wimp when it comes to the stage, so...
Yeah.
You can lose a little bit of time if you don't know when to stop flying and land on the pipe in time, but it's not much for the added safety that you get from it. So, are we going to get Stewie in here for an interview? Or?
Okay, he's coming. Not up for a star. I think he's going to go for the pipe top beginning of 8-1 here. Should have enough air to land on. Nope.
Not quite.
No, I think he started too far left. But, we'll wait for the Koopa.
Good job avoiding the bullet bills there. He was trying to bait them out a little bit earlier to avoid getting shot in the face.
Right. Alright. So I think, yeah, he's going to go for the bottom strat here. Alright. And we... Okay. On,
Looks like
but,
Stewie is
his
in
mic's
here.
not on.
Yeah.
Alright. And we welcome the winner of the inaugural match of the Mario 3 Warpless tournament, Stewie Cartman. GG.
GG. Thanks. What's up?
Oh, not much.
I was kind of sloppy for what I'm used to.
The start was a little uncertain with that death in one fort, but recovered nicely and had some pretty good luck with the Koopas and the hands tonight.
Yeah, I actually expected to get all 3 hands. That's my luck.
Yeah. Both of you got the same hand. It was 1 each for both of you.
Yeah.
So, what for this first match? Was there anything you were like trying to do, or anything you wanted to get right for this first match?
I didn't really have a set goal. I wanted to get a deathless match, but not the end of the world. Right.
Yeah, it's like after that, I think it was pretty much roses for you the whole way.
Yeah. I thought I was going to get Boxless World 4 for a second.
Yeah.
But getting the P-Wing there wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
And then having the extra music box helped a bit.
Yeah, that gave you it cost you some time in a few spots, but it opened up things for you in other ways. So yeah, it kind of was a wash overall.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anything kind of surprise you about tonight's race for you? Anything like you? Well, the thing in 5-2 notwithstanding.
Yeah, I was not ready for that. I didn't even think to just kill myself and restart.
Yeah. So we got to see a part of Mario 3 that nobody ever really sees anymore.
Let's call it some bonus Mario 3.
So.
Meanwhile, Raikou making his way in with the hammer suit here. Making quick work of Bowser there, so GG to Raikou as well.
Yeah, if he goes through that door, he'll be through. But, yeah. But no, overall, yeah, it was a very solid run, I'd say.
Very fun. The one level I was worried about more than any was 7-8.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're trying to do the fly up and get around the initial set of piranhas, and you missed.
I jumped too early.
Yeah. Happens to the best of us. RaikouRider has finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 8 seconds. So GG's to him. But less than a minute off of his PB. So you know, had some pretty. Didn't make any like horrible mistakes. Just not quite as clean and movements. So, but no, a solid run, and drag him in here. And we welcome RaikouRider to the chat. GG.
Thanks.
GG, Raikou.
Thanks. That actually had a shot at PB until 7-2 happened. I got hit in 7-2, and then I had to, and then that P-Wing that I used in 7F or 7F1, I normally use that in 8-1, and it probably showed.
Yeah, not quite the easiest 8-1 for you, but made it work all the same.
And Randall will do that to you.
Yeah. Oh, the things you learn. But no, overall, no real like outright mistakes, I would say, though. I mean, maybe the 7-2 thing, but overall, pretty.
Actually, there was one mistake I did make. The star that I used at the beginning of World 6, that was not intentional. I meant to hit the hammer.
Oh, well, it kind of worked out anyways, but and yet I think you ended up got it back anyways.
I also had issues with 5-1, which caused me to take, because the only death I had in the entire run was in 5F, and I'm just not used to doing that small.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But overall, I felt like I played very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
To play that close to your PB in a tournament setting is really that's more than most people can ask for. So
yeah, plus 41 seconds.
Yeah,
it's really not bad at all.
No.
So what went wrong was mostly 5F or 5F1.
Mm-hmm.
With 5F1 with the death. 6-5 I had issues with. I need to practice that level. Doing that fast is so hard.
Yeah.
I can't even do the despawn the muncher plant strat yet.
No, I don't know. What I actually do is I do what you usually do in randomizer is you take the first pipe and go backwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
7-1 was really good. I'll take third try.
Yeah, it was
not so bad at all.
Yeah, 7-1. We won't talk about that.
Yeah.
The subtitles were not kind to Stewie on that one.
The other thing that I do in races
had 11 tries in it, so
we counted 13 actually, but
that sounds about right.
Yeah, but still, I mean, better than some of us plebeians who actually play 7-1. Yeesh. we won't say any names, but one of them is in commentary.
I actually remember a few months ago there was a one death early hammer run I had, and I don't know if my thumb slipped, but I pressed up on the door at 7-1 and it killed me.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
So let me just pull up the get the bracket up here. So Stewie, I believe, will go on to play the winner of Louis and Mr. Cab.
Ooh.
Oh, I play the loser of that match.
I believe that's correct, yes.
I'm actually really looking forward to playing Mr. Cab because our PBs are very close to each other, and it's going to be like a relay thing. It'll be Team Boom Boom versus Team Birdo again.
There we go.
What's Louis' PB?
It's not that far off from yours. I think there's like a 5 or maybe about a 5 to 15 second difference. Let's see.
Huh.
Let's see. Louis is.
I think it's like a 53-16. Maybe.
I just pulled it up. 53-16. Yeah, so a 5 second difference.
Yes. Let me see.
That should be a good one.
I'm gonna go back through this and take a look. Actually, because it was 16 in fair and 23. I'm actually taking a look back at this. This would have been a very small PB if I didn't get hit in 7-2.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been a real PB though. It would have been by change. Like less than a second. But I'm really looking forward to playing Mr. Cab next week. That should be a great race.
Yeah.
That should be good.
Yeah. So, Esmo, anything else to add tonight?
Stewie.
Yeah.
Stewie. Rando race.
Oh, I'd be down.
Rando race right now.
Right now.
Let's do it.
Oh, boy.
Raiko won the battle on his own turf.
Oh, he'll get one.
Oh, boy.
I'm actually just going to make the room right now. Not start race.
All right. Good luck on that, you guys. I'm sure you're all about it later. Thanks, both of you, for that.
Yep.
All right. So on that note, now that we have another race going on, and we do actually have another race starting up very soon here on Speed Gaming 3. After this, we will have the Celeste tournament continuing. Flare Bear and My Antics will be taking each other on in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So if you enjoyed Celeste at SGDQ, sure to give that a a spin. Good times.
Should be a fun one.
Oh yeah, always. So yeah, so with that, we're off to a flying start in the Mario 3 Warpless tournament. Much more to come.
Yeah, thank you, runners, for giving us a good first race. Look forward to seeing your next matches.
Thanks for having me. Oh, one more thing. One more thing. I hope everybody liked the swag lives in one airship.
That was pretty. That was good. I think, was it 10 lives? That was very good.
9.
Oh, it was 9. Is it 9? Yeah. Yeah. And just a quick run through upcoming matches. Tomorrow we have Buster B and Great White Hope on Speed Gaming 2 at 8 p.m. Eastern. And that's a play-in match to get into the sort of round 2, which is what RaikouRider and Stewie Cartman are. And that at 11 Eastern on Speed Gaming 1, we have Horstat and the 2-seed and Gameaholic. So sure to keep an eye out for that. So I think with that, I'm ProA007. Thanks to Esmo for joining me in his debut. Did a fine job tonight.
Thank you.
And I think we will see you all very soon, I'm sure, in future races. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah. Night.
See you guys.
See ya.
See ya. Room's up, by the way, Stewie.
All right.